Good morning. Today's edition is Tattletaling Tuesday. Today's the day that I'm gonna tell two quickies. That's what she said. Two quickies about my husband. What he did. This is a PSA for other parents. Okay. Okay, first time was the time he thought that the contractor stole the children. They were toddlers and a baby. Okay. Strap yourselves in, people. This is the man I chose. Anyways, no, he's a good dad. It would happen to me. Actually, more things have happened to me. We'll get to those another day. So today is, Tattletale Tuesday. Just made that up. He had someone coming to the door, and my kids were a baby that walks, so around a year-ish, I guess, and 3-ish. And we were selling the house, and so we were getting someone to come and look at I'm calling it purging, parging, barging, whatever goes along the side of your house over there, you know? We had to get that fixed based on the sale of our home. Ridiculous, but whatever. You want me to pay $500 for that? I'll throw a little bit of that on the side of the wall. Okay. He had someone coming. Kids are playing. I'm at work. He had the back door to the backyard open with a screen door, maybe. Anyways, guy rings the doorbell. And my husband's chatting at the front door with him. Probably for I don't know how long, like 10 minutes, let's say. And guy leaves. And he turns around and the kids are gone. And he kind of does a panic run upstairs, looks around, no children. Goes down to the basement, no children. Again, my youngest, I don't know how well she does stairs at that point. But anyways, clearly when I get to where she was, she's a talented child. He searched everywhere, went to the backyard, and then he was convinced that the contractor or person or whatever they are, the gentleman at the door, had someone else go to the backyard at the same time as a distraction and scoop up our two young kids. Nobody's going into my backyard. First of all, they're never getting through the weeds at the side of the house, because back then I didn't really care. I still don't. Well, actually, I care now. I enjoy gardening. I'm in my 40s. I'm old. I like it. It makes me feel good. But what doesn't make me feel good is to find out that my husband lost my kids. So let's get back to that. So he couldn't find the children, looked everywhere, assumed the contractor took them, opens the door to go into the garage. There is our Honda Civic in the garage, as it should be. That was before we got messy and used our garage as another room in the house. And there's our two children sitting in the car. Our 3-year-old is driving, and the 1-year-old is strapped safely with a seatbelt into the passenger seat, and they are pretending that they are going for a drive. Thankfully, at that point, I was a good parent and did not leave the keys in the ignition. I don't do that anymore, so don't come and try to rob my house. I used to do that back in the day, but no, now, as a parent, I took the keys out, I guess. Thank God, because that's where he found my children, was trying to drive away in the car. So no one tried to steal them. My kids are crafty. My kids are crafty. Like, we lost Olivia once when she was, I want to say under 2. And she had climbed. I have a picture of this because, as a good mom does, I surround the scene, make sure she's safe, and I take a picture. Anyways, couldn't find her. She had scaled the outside of the staircase. Our old house, you walk in, straight up the stairs, like one big long staircase right up there. And you have to walk then past that big long staircase that goes through the dining room and the kitchen, whatever. Yeah, so she had climbed on that little piece of wood that sticks out from the side of the stair. And she just dolloped herself right up there to the top and just hung on that last top banister. And that's where we found her. So I stood underneath her and made sure, I'm like, Mommy's gonna catch you. But I had my phone, I'm like, Mommy's gonna get you. And I have a picture of her standing looking. I'm gonna post that on my page of her standing down from up there. She's cute as a button. I don't know that she should have done that though. And also, where was I? Where was the mom in this? How does your child get up to that point? What are you doing? You didn't have Facebook back then. Anyways, I was probably eating. Anyways, next story. So yeah, he lost the kids. They're in the car. That was a bonus story with Olivia climbing up to the top. Sorry, I didn't say names, but whatever. It happened. The next story is the time that I was at work. I work in an operating room. I was at work and my husband had to take my oldest, at the time she was probably 2. No, she wasn't, because I would have been on mat leave. She was probably 3. Anyways, whatever. I was back at work. She had croup. And I was like, you got this. I'm going to go to work. You don't work until 3 o'clock. So my husband has full, he's an amazing dad. He does all the daytime stuff. So yeah, he did the daytime stuff and took her to the hospital that I worked at. They had to give her a Dex mask. At that point, I got a phone call up in the operating room, right into the operating room. Miss Lynch, your husband has went down. And you should probably come down to the emergency room. So yeah, I'm in surgery, and they're like, yeah, they had put the mask on my oldest, and that is when my husband was like, nope, this isn't for me. So I was able to get off work early because then he couldn't drive. And I had to drive home with croupy face, and so sleeps a lot. But anyways, that got me off work, I guess, that afternoon. I would have rather been at work. Okay, that's it. Have a great Tuesday. Tattletale Tuesday.